Hi, everyone. I want to tell you I'm wearing this shirt. I'd had it in my Goodwill pile because I hadn't worn it forever, but it's all sparkly and it says peace on earth. And I just thought that the energy of it might bring a little bit of light um, to us. And for sure, we can use all the light we can gather around us, all the light and all the love that we can gather around us these days, right? Um, I think the thing that I want to start with today is to talk about, just for a second, to talk about um, fear. Um, because and maybe I've said this before, that our ability to navigate the fear that comes up inside, the anxiety that comes up inside, and the stress that is coming with this COVID life experience is going to be the most important thing for us to do. And many of us have been able to live our lives not developing a lot of really conscious skills to deal with stress. And that is going to be so important now. So it's really, if we think about this time as a perfect time to do like boot camp, like kind of like overcoming fear or developing our fear busting muscles. Boot camp is maybe what we can think about what we're doing now, and all the different kinds of ways that we can do that so that we can stay in a more centered and relaxed and grounded, trusting place. The words that I keep using are peace, resilience, love, and courage. These words to me encapsulate, I think, some of what's most important in having us navigate this time. So anything that you can do to learn more conscious ways to release stress and to come back to center, to move away from a sympathetic nervous system that's all hyper and activated and hypervigilant and looking for threat, to the parasympathetic, where we're calm, we're centered, we're yawning. You don't yawn when you're in the sympathetic. We're relaxed, we feel safe, we feel calm and centered. These skills are essential to us right now, okay? So I want to do some tapping today. And what I'm aware of, part of what I'm aware of, is that since the last time I did one of these, that we now in Ohio and in other places are on a shelter, mostly kind of containment space that just started for us Monday night. Today's Wednesday morning. And so again, we're adjusting our pattern of living to find ways to live and feel good and enjoy ourselves and be connected and be doing meaningful work in the midst of even greater containment. So we're adjusting. There's emotions and charges coming from that, and it's making it more real. I think also the fact that it is spreading, and there are many things in the news that talk about the coronavirus in the United States, and I'm not going to go into any of those at all, but those are also making it more real. Here in Ohio, the numbers are growing despite the early containment efforts that DeWine and Dr. Acton have put forth in this state. It's still growing. And so in many of our communities, especially if you live in a city now, there are people around you who have been, have tested positive for coronavirus. So it is becoming more real. So in light of that, I want to do some tapping, kind of focused on that today. All right. So if we start here, again, rubbing on the sore spots. So even though this virus is spreading here and becoming more real, I choose peace, resilience, love, and courage. Even though the virus is spreading and it's becoming something that's more real to me, to those I love, to those I know, to people in my community, my state, everywhere in the world, I choose peace and resilience, love, and courage. And I also choose to do what's ever necessary to grow and develop these strengths within me so that I can use them not only for myself, but to help those I love and those I come into contact with, even though it's mostly virtual, and those I live with, to help them navigate this with more peace and more centeredness inside. So going to the top of your head and tapping or holding the spot and opening yourself up as in a prayer or an intention or an alignment with spirit, with God. Releasing the tension and constriction inside of you, which is what holds you and me back from feeling and really benefiting from the presence of light, the presence of love and of God within us. Feeling that divine presence, that light, that golden white light or violet flame surrounding us, within us. We're within it. I think that's how I like to think of it. We're within it. We open up to that awareness. Perhaps you can feel some peace and relaxation descending even now as you ask to receive all the assistance and all the love that is here for you, here for all of us. And the eyebrows. So the spreading of this virus, it's spreading, and that worries me, even if I'm maintaining a positive attitude. It's spreading, it's becoming more real, even if I maintain a positive attitude. And it's affecting me at subtle levels, which I may or may not be aware of, and at more obvious levels. The ways that the spread and the reality of this virus are affecting me. Any worry or fear, any agitation, discomfort, edginess, just feeling off. Feeling tension in our bodies, feeling upset stomachs, feeling pain in different parts of your body. The different places that you feel pain can often be places where you're holding emotional charge from the past that's being triggered by the spread of this virus and all the attendant ramifications and implications. Okay. Choosing to let myself be aware of how this is really affecting me so that I can release it. The more I release of what's really affecting me, even if I'm not fully conscious of it, the stronger and more resilient and more centered I am. Choosing to release all the charge and all the effects of this growing reality. Choosing to release all the experiences of sadness, of sorrow, of grief from this spreading virus. Choosing to release any fears of powerlessness. Choosing to release fear and dread, panic, worry, anxiety. Choosing to release discomfort and the hypervigilance always checking. I think we're beginning to be more hypervigilant, worrying more about surfaces, worrying more about being around people, worrying more about what's happening to people we love, worrying more about the choices people are making that we don't think are safe choices. Letting all that go, as much of that as we possibly can go. Letting as much of that as we possibly can just go. Just breathe it out. Remembering that fear and worry does nothing, hypervigilance does nothing to increase our safety. We can think more clearly and calmly. We can make better decisions when we're focused and when the frontal cortex is active. When we're worried, it's the limbic system that's more active. Releasing despair. Some people are feeling despair. Some people are feeling some hopelessness. Some people are feeling discouraged. Depending on how this is affecting the particulars of their day-to-day life. On the sides, releasing judgment and blame. Any guilt that we may be feeling for not taking enough action, guilt we're feeling for feeling frustrated, guilt we're feeling for being short-tempered with other people, guilt we may be feeling for worrying and for being in fear, for how we treat others, for how we're treating ourselves, releasing all that guilt. Releasing anger and resentment, releasing frustration, irritation, aversion, intolerance, all that constriction, that really tight, constricted energy, just letting it go. It's going to wear you out. Letting it all go. Choosing to trust that no matter what, I can be in these times. I can be here for myself, for my loved ones, with purpose, with intention, with ways that I'm bringing the best of me to create a better world through this portal of crisis and into possibility, potential. Feeling the bottoms of my feet, bringing my attention right now to the bottoms of my feet and noticing how that brings my awareness down into my body and also helps me to feel more relaxed, more conscious too. I'm more conscious when I'm more relaxed and more in my body. And just thinking and feeling the bottoms of my feet will do that. On the sides. Remembering to take nice, deep, releasing breaths underneath your eyes. Choosing peace, resilience, love, and courage. Choosing to believe in a today that in which people are coming together, people are collaborating, people are bringing forth the best of themselves in ways that are going to last. Choosing to believe in tomorrow, into all the ways that we have a profound potential right now to create a better world for everyone. As we go through this portal, as we go through this time of dynamic, intense, tremendous change, keeping that vision in front of us of creating a world of beauty and creativity and possibility and love and connection, empowerment, possibility. We can do that. We can all do that. And this is bringing more and more of us to that conscious place of intending to create life from the best of us, intending and putting our energies into creating a life that is wondrous, connecting up more with spirit, aligning more with spirit in ways that allow us to create more of this world that we want to create, not ways that divide us, not ways that separate us, but ways that bring us together to recognize our inherent oneness and to celebrate all the ways that we are in this life, this reality together for a purpose, for reasons beyond our ken. We are here together now for a purpose. And let us live it with strength, with peace, with resilience, with love, and with great courage that comes from strong and open, loving hearts. I wish you all a beautiful day. You might think about what it is you want to create today that will be something of beauty, the ways that you can love the people in your life and bring joy to them, right? The ways you can feel of purpose. I wish you all that's good, all that's beautiful, all that's holy, all that's loving. Until Sunday morning at 10, take care and be well.